Morning. Today's January 30th, 2018. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. Just got up a little bit before 3:30. Made my coffee. Got changed for the gym. Right now it's a very fine mist outside. I mean, you can't really see it. You can feel it. And of course, it's collecting on the car or the truck. It's like 35 degrees out or something, so it's cold. It's close to being cold enough to snow, just not close enough, I guess. I'm feeling a little bit better. Like I said, that's one of the annoying parts of depression is 1 minute you're fine, next minute you're super down and all, and then next thing you know you're fine again. So it's like I guess almost like a signal in your brain is getting blocked. The signal doesn't get to the happy emotion, it stops at the sad one. But yeah, I'm just feeling a little tired. Didn't get too much sleep last night. I only ended up using one blanket, and I should have used two. And while you're trying to get warm and sleep and everything, you don't think about grabbing the other blanket and putting it on. So I don't know. Chances are I'll probably end up falling asleep, around 1 o'clock or something. I'll be so glad to get actual normal sleep. But yeah, so basically for today, like I said yesterday, got the gym this morning and PT at 4 o'clock. No clue in between. I had a couple people want to buy stuff, which I was trying to get them to do it, like 8:30 in the morning. That way I can go straight from the gym to my storage unit. I mean, it saves me a good half a trip. But that's one of the things that's going to irritate me is, like yesterday, I went to the storage unit, sold those items, came back, and then the guy wants to buy the dresser. Oh, I can come right now. I'm like, yeah, for $10 I'm not driving all the way back to the storage unit. So I tried to set them up today. I've tried to group everybody close together, but unfortunately not everybody can do the same exact times. The one guy wanted my office chair, and he wanted to do yesterday at 1, and it's like, I don't know my schedule. Like, I don't know when I'm going to get to the place to do my certification, and then you got 3 hours there and then about 45 minutes to get back, and that's why I told him I couldn't do 1. And I mean, I could have ended up doing 1:30, but I didn't know that. So I don't know. Sorry about that. But so yeah, I mean, general ideas of today, I need to stop by the store and get more food. Eating healthy is, well, it's hard to eat healthy and stay stocked up just because, some produce goes faster than others, but at the same time, I'm using the refrigerator at my office, so I can't exactly stock that up because you got, 15 or so other people putting their lunches in there. So it makes it difficult. I kind of claimed a little spot in the refrigerator. So far I haven't had a problem. I know how sometimes you get those people that are hungry, forget their food, and decide to take everybody else's food. But other than that, not too much going on. So I guess I'll talk to you after the gym, let you know my results, and go from there. Hope you guys have a great morning, and hope you got more sleep than me. Later. I just finished up at the gym. I did a 30 minutes on treadmill. I don't know. Didn't feel like doing another 30 minutes. Plus, I ain't gonna lie, I had to take a leak like you couldn't believe. And if I would have continued on the treadmill, I would have probably peed myself. I think there's a restroom upstairs. I just haven't seen it. And it's like once you get off the treadmill, someone else already, just jumps on. So it's like whatever. Did the legs today. Did decent. Went up a little bit in some things and stayed about the same in the others. Did lower back. This time I did 3 sets of 10 with the 45 plate. Did the both sides with the 45-pound plate. And with the crunches, I decided to just change it up a little bit. So basically what I did was I did 50 crunches, but I started off with nothing, and then I did 10, then add 10 pounds, 10, 25, 10. Worked my way up to the last 10 was 45, and then the next set I started with the 45 and worked my way back down. Ended up doing 200 crunches. I don't know. Usually I do 3 sets. I just felt weird doing 150 instead of 200 this time. I don't know. So, but other than that, it was a good workout. I got someone that wants to buy my office chair, and I wish these things would just go easy, smooth. But, I told her I'd be done with the gym around 8. And then, I can't check my emails every second of every day. So she emailed me this morning, like 7:07. I emailed her back around 7:40, 7:45. Told her I'd be over there in, 20 minutes or so. Or I told her I'd be there in 15 minutes. And then she, I realized that she had put her phone number on there, so I went ahead and texted it to her, and she texted back that she was looking around 9 o'clock, but she'd give me that 15-minute window. So at that point I'm thinking she thinks that I said, make sure you give me a 15-minute heads up, which I didn't. If people stop and read, it was plain as day. So I told her that 9 o'clock's fine. I said I'm going straight over to the storage unit now, because there's no sense me basically going the opposite direction, because by the time I get to the office, I will basically have to turn right back around and head over to the storage unit. So at that point, might as well just go to the storage unit and, watch YouTube for a half hour or so. And then she's like, well, if you want me to push it back to 9:30, I'm like, no, because then I'm sitting an hour and a half. Once again, I don't like to backtrack. Unless I'm doing an exercise, I'm walking a trail or something, get to the end of the trail and I walk back, that's one thing. But to drive to the office where I don't really need to go right now, and then backtrack back to the storage unit, it's just kind of dumb. That's like yesterday after I sold the exercise, the dumbbells and stuff, and I got back to the office, and I checked my emails, nothing. Like 5 minutes later, I checked it again, and someone's like, oh, I'll take the desk, I'll get it right now. And it's like, no, I'm not making a 20-minute drive for $10. I mean, every penny counts, but, I'm kind of using the work truck to do this stuff. So it's kind of their gas. And I'm not trying to overdo it. Like I said before, people, use the work trucks all the time for every little thing. I'm not trying to be that way. Like, You know, I mean, going to the gym and back to the office is actually less miles than what I was doing when I was driving from my house to the office. So really, it's like me still living where I was and driving the work truck to the office, you know, and then hitting the grocery store on the way. It's on the way. It's not a big deal. But yeah, it's just funny. Like I said, I got so many people interested in this freaking dresser, but it's like, it's such a hassle. Like, you know, everybody wants all this information. It's like, dude, it's a stupid cheap dresser. You know, here's the dimensions. You know, no, it's not real wood. If it was, I'd ask for more money. It's not. It's fake. It's a Walmart, you know, dresser. It does the job. It holds clothes. I had my TV and, you know, sound bar on it, so it can hold a little weight. Don't know what more you want from me, you know. So it just drives you a little nuts. I mean, when I sold the dumbbells to the dude, we talked for like 2 seconds, and he's like, yeah, you know, he's like, I'm tired of selling on Craigslist, because he's like, you put something on there for $5, you know, people want to talk you down to $1, and then they want to complain about how long it took them to drive there, and then everybody wants to take the toll road, and then they, you know, want you to pay them for taking it at that point because they took a toll road. I'm like, yep, that's pretty much it, you know. This woman says she's in Ashburn, so she's in the area, so it should take her like 10-15 minutes to get there, so it shouldn't be a hassle. If I hear anything about driving there, I might flip my lid. It's like, I don't know, oh my. Like I said, my mood is different from yesterday. It sounds like I'm ranting. I'm sort of am, but trust me, when I rant, I rant. I find it silly and stupid and all types of stuff, you know. I even told the guy, I said, yeah, if I put that dresser on for $300, they'd talk you down some, but they wouldn't question. There'd be like no questions. You put it on for $10 and suddenly they act like it's, you know, a $1 million item. It like literally makes no sense to me, you know. So, and no matter what you put in the listing, like I've had listings that were almost like, you know, a novel long. Like you put every bit of information you can about the item, you put your disclaimer in first, you know, big letters that says read before, you know, viewing, and you put in all the little stuff, you know, like, you know, bring agreed upon amount of money. So if we agreed on $50, have $50 on you. You know, I've had so many people show up and they're like, oh, I only got 40. Will you take 40? I'm like, nope, ATM 2 miles up the road. Or we can terminate this agreement and you can go home empty-handed. Those are my two options. Like, I get what they're trying to do. They figure if they come with only $40 that I will be desperate enough to take it, but at that point I feel disrespected that they couldn't bring the proper amount, and at that point I don't want to sell it to them. And like I said, I've had an item, I think it was like 10 or $20, where the guy, you know, tried to do that stuff, and I'm like, look, it's $20 or you don't take it. I said, I'd rather destroy it than take less than $20. And he thought I was kidding, so I broke it right in front of him. I said, all right, there you go. Now you don't get it, and I just don't care. Have a good one. It's just, you know, they assume that if you're selling it, you're desperate, that you have to have it. You have to have that money. You know, so suddenly you agree upon $100, and they're like, oh, I only brought $10, so you take 10? It's like, no. Now you can go and pay more somewhere else. You know, guy yesterday with the dumbbells, you know, he saw the blender, and he's like, oh, we're actually looking for one, and it's not quite what we're looking for, but it would hold us over. How much? I said, it's brand new, still wrapped, still had the tape and everything on it, never opened. And I'm like, $20. I said, you go to Walmart, it's like, it was either $60 or $70 at Walmart. And then he's like, well, you know, I saw it on, what was it? I saw it on Amazon for, I think he said he saw it on Amazon for like $30. And I'm like, that's the weirdest argument I've ever heard. Because not only do you save $10 by getting it from me, but you're getting the exact same product, both exactly brand new, never opened. Plus, with me, you don't have to wait for it to be shipped to your house. Plus, run the risk of it getting damaged during shipping. So, okay, pay an extra $10 on Amazon. That was like the weirdest. I'm like, and the worst part is, it wasn't until after he left that it finally clicked in my head. I'm like, wait a second, that's the worst argument ever. You're saying that you'd rather get it off Amazon, have to wait for it, hope it doesn't come broken, and pay $10 more for it than to get it from me. I'm like, that's almost a little bit of an insult. Yeah, I mean, seriously? But no, dealing with people off Craigslist is, I mean, it could be comedic. I mean, I almost want to, you know, video some of it. You know? I mean, just show you the emails before, like show you the listing, show you, you know, our conversation, and then just a video of when they arrive to when they leave. Because you'd be, your eyes would roll so much they'd fall off your head. It's like, really, you guys that dense? And the one that really annoys me is when people want you to do the research for them. You know? Oh, it does do this. What about this? Can you do this? Can it does that? And do this? I'm like, do your research. Figure it out. Well, how much does it cost brand new, you know, online? That's not my problem. Look it up. I mean, seriously? I gave you the description. I gave you the model number. I gave you, you know, the specs. Look it up. It'll take you literally 5 seconds to Google that crap. You know? I mean, how do you think I get some of the specs and stuff? I Google, copy and paste. There you go. There's your specs. You think I'm going to hand type out all the specs for you? No. I'm going to be like everybody else. I'm going to take an easy way out of that one. It just... oh, man. I tell you. Like I said, the one guy that wanted me to knock $20 off the price because he took the toll road. I'm like, I didn't tell you to take the toll road to begin with. That's your problem. You want that luxury? That's your problem. And then you're going to take it back. So there's $40 already. If you're that dumb, that's on you. I'm not paying for your luxuries. Shoot, I don't take toll road. I don't even take toll road when our company had easy passes. You know? I will take the access road in the middle of it that's free. It takes you basically from the airport that's just up the road from the office all the way to 495. I'll take that. Hell yeah, it's free. You know, and chances are a cop ain't going to pull you over unless you're speeding, so they don't even check if you actually deserve to be on there or not. You know, but I'm sure they'll eventually start taxing that too, because they're taxing everything. You know, 66 used to have no tolls on it. Now, certain times of day, certain parts have tolls. And those tolls can go anywhere from like, you know, 25, 50 cents up to $40. Counting on how much traffic. The more traffic, the more it costs. I'm like, the one day, one of our technicians, luckily he just, you know, exited right before, you know, because he didn't realize it. But he saw the sign, it was like $40. And he's like, what the hell? And he cut someone else off to get the hell off there. I'm like, yeah, exactly. You know? Woo. But, like I said, man, once again, I give you a general area. It's right at, you know, before you even click on the listing, it says what area I'm in. And then Craigslist did it where there's a little map. Like, I'm not going to put an address in, but it still comes up as the area that I'm in. So there's two things right there to tell you where I'm at. And then they still, you know, well, how close are you to this area? That's your research, not mine. You know what area I'm in. Punch it in Google, see how much time it says. You know? Oh, can you bring it halfway? No, because then I lose time, money, mileage, gas, I'm not Domino's. You know, I'm not bringing it to you. You gonna pay me extra to bring it to you? I had someone do that down in Georgia. I had one of those Bowflex tread climber things. It's like a treadmill and a stepper, you know, in one. And I sold it. When I sold it, I stated that, because I put it on eBay, and I stated that I would deliver for free up to a certain area, like a certain radius. I think it was I think I did something like 20-mile radius. So that's a 40-mile round trip for me if I go to the furthest point. I said anything past that is going to run you basically, I think I did something like 40 cents a mile. Like, I didn't go super expensive, but I'm like 40 cents a mile. And the guy that won it, which killed me because it was actually for his daughter. His daughter bid on it. In the beginning, she wanted to try to buy it now, which I didn't put that feature on there. She wanted to buy it now for $300. I said, I won't do that because A, that's against eBay's rules. You know, if you don't have buy it now on there, you can't end a listing to sell it, you know, like that. I said, just bid on it. You know, chances are you might win it for the $300. In the end, she won it for $1,800. Yeah, she paid $1,800 for it. It's like, you wanted me to sell it to you for $300, but in the end, you were willing to pay $1,800 for it. And then she ended up being, it was like 60 miles. So right there is 80 miles. And it's like, all right. And she like didn't want to do it. Like, she didn't want to pay the extra money for me to deliver. I'm like, wait a second. You know, it's in there. If you want to argue with me, we'll go through eBay, and eBay can read the listing, and I can't see how they wouldn't side with me. But in the end, her father paid me, and he paid me extra, you know, because not only did I deliver it, but I lugged that sucker into the house by myself, and those suckers aren't light. So I had to load it up myself into at the time I had an Expedition. So I had to put all the seats down and stuff, load it in myself, and then I got there, and her father had recently like injured his back or something. He kept apologizing. He's like, dude, I wish I could help you so bad. And I'm like, it's not a big deal. I mean, it has wheels, so as long as you get it off and onto the concrete, you can roll it and then into the house and stuff like that. And then I set it up, and I was even nice, like, you know, she's like, well, can you show me how it works before you leave? I'm like, all right. It wasn't in the description that I would do that, but okay, you know, it's not a horrible request. So I showed her. I plugged it in and everything, hit the buttons, you know, and she tried it out and everything. You know, I mean, $1,800, it's like, all right, you know, I will let her actually test it before I leave so she can see everything work to be reassured. And her, you know, when she asked me if I could, you know, demonstrate it to her dad's like, you know, oh, he's already done enough, you know, let the poor man go. And I'm like, no, it's all right. You know, she wants to make sure it works. That's cool. And her dad kept saying thank you and thank you. And like I said, he ended up paying me extra for, you know, the gas and all that, plus unloading it myself and all that. So I mean, every now and then, you know, you get decent people that understand. But a lot of times you get the ones that, you know, oh, I got $1. What, you paid $500? Oh, I got $1. It's like, I get it. You know, you're trying to, you know, get something for nothing. That's how the world goes. I get it. You know, I mean, that's like the TV and sound bar I had. I paid $900 for it. The dude ended up paying $100 for it. Everything worked great. Everything looked brand new, you know. And then he wants to pull out that, well, I took the toll road. Can you knock it down? I'm not sure I want the soundbar. Can you knock it down? I'm like, no, I'm going off of what my listing says. My listing says $120 for the TV, and, you know, I had it like $20 for the surround sound, or take both for $100. Because, you know, the soundbar, it was good, don't get me wrong and everything, but it's not like it had its own separate subwoofer and all that. So I was actually trying to package it together to get rid of both of them and be done with it. I'm like, you know, we agreed on 100, and he wanted, you know, oh, how about I just take TV? I'm like, all right, it's still $100. I just keep the sound bar, or you pay the 100, get both of them, sell the sound bar for $20, and look at that. I got the amount I wanted. You get your $20 off that you wanted, and someone else gets a sound bar. There's 3 people that are happy right there. So, but anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna head over there now, hang out for hopefully not too long. After that, I gotta stop over, probably stop at Whole Foods, pick up some groceries, go back to the office. Not sure from there. Like I said, I got PT at 4. They might call me if they can get me in sooner. I know they did that the one day. I got in like 30 minutes earlier. It's kind of nice, get it done and over with. But other than that, not a whole lot. Oh, I might have to go to the laundromat. Yeah. Like I said, I don't have a ton of gym clothes, so it's like you get done with the gym. Yeah, I sweat in them. I try to air them out, which, you know, they don't smell nasty or anything else. Half the time they still smell like the fabric sheet that I use. So it's like, might as well use them again, but they didn't seem to dry out yesterday and smell a little funky. So I need to go over to laundromat and just do a small load for that. But that's about it. Yep, accidentally hit the stop button. These phones that, like, every little thing you do does something. It's awesome, but I just hit the wrong things. But anyways, yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later, update you later. Like I said, I'm in a better mood. It's funky with depression. Sometimes, you know, you can be depressed for weeks, and sometimes you can be depressed for a couple hours. Like, and that's the worst part, is not knowing how long you're going to be in a funk. So luckily it was just a small little stint. Hopefully it doesn't come back. I pray that it wouldn't come back, but you know, it will. Oh yeah, I did see something that I really want to do, but it's like $330. Basically, it's like a kit that you get, and they send you sort of like one of them Q-tips that you swab the inside of your cheek with, and then you mail it back, and they go through and they check your DNA and stuff, and they figure out, like, basically like what foods you should be eating, when you should be eating them, what kind of workout you should be doing, like stuff like that. So, and they have a couple different things. So you know, you can get it done for like weight loss, just to lose weight. You can get it done for strength training if you want to build muscle, and one for just basically getting in shape type thing. But it's nice, like you send them the information, like what you're eating now, when you're eating, height, weight, age, basically about you. You know, if you're going to the gym, how often, what are you doing at the gym, so that they can see what you're doing now, and then they check your DNA, and they send you back sort of like a workout program, a diet program, like, you know, if you should have carbs, what time of the day you should have them, and stuff like that. I mean, I know I'm losing weight slowly, but it's one of them things where, you know, if there's something that I'm doing that's actually holding me back from losing the weight a little quicker, you know, you kind of want to know. And I know I'm financially not in the spot to be doing stuff like that, which really pisses me off. because it seems like I'm never financially able to do stuff like this. You know, it. I've always dreamed of just having a sponsor, you know, or being a lab rat or something where basically, you know, they tell you what to eat, what to do, you know, work out and all that, and they pay for everything, and you just do it so that they can have the results to make themselves look better or whatever, just something. Because I tell you what, doing this stuff on your own is not cheap. I mean, food, I'm doing probably about 15 to 20 bucks a day to eat healthy, you know, which isn't cheap. I mean, I could buy a 12 pack of ramen noodles for like $1.50, $1.75 and eat that, you know, and eat like 6 of them and be good for the day. So there's 2 days for what, 75 cents a day. So like I said, eating healthy is not cheap. I'm doing it because it's what I need to do. It's what I should have been doing. Organic, I mean, at that point you're just jacking up the prices. So I'll just have to deal with all the pesticides. Tell you. But yeah, I would love to do it, you know, get the DNA done, but I actually saw it because I started following Eddie Hall, World's Strongest Man. He does other strongest men competitions, and he's still going up in weights and everything. Got the last time I checked, he has the world record for deadlift. I think it's assisted deadlift, which means like he wears like the bodysuit for, or like the knee braces, or you know, like you have some that just lift, like, you know, wearing, you know, shorts and a t-shirt, and then you got ones that, like for deadlift, they'll put it's almost like a brace, but it doesn't have like the metal and all that. It's just the elastic stuff for their knees, but that's considered assisted because it does help with the knees. So I don't think it's, you know, pure deadlift. There's another guy that has a record, which I think his weight is actually 1115, like 1,115 pounds for unassisted. Thing is I think the dude's like 5'6", 5'7". I'm sorry. It's one of the things, I'm more impressed with someone 6'8" lifting that than someone 5'6", just because that guy at 6'8" has to lift it a lot further off the ground than the 5'6". And it's nothing against shorter people. You know, it's still an awesome feat. Don't get me wrong, that's still awesome. But, you know, I mean, like I said, think about the taller people that maybe they do 100 or 150 pounds less, but they're lifting it like 1.5 feet further off the ground. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot more energy and strength and everything else. But that's just always been my feeling. Like I said, I don't have anything against short people. I love short women. You want to see me, you know, drool and then pass out, just put a little cutie, you know, in front of me that's like 5'6" or shorter, and I'm an idiot. So but yeah, anyways, so that's where I'm at. You know, like I said, I would love to do that kit, but I don't foresee it happening, at least nowhere in my near future, unless the lottery just starts putting money in my bank account for fun. So, but all right, yeah, I'm gonna head over to the storage unit, and I will talk with you guys probably after physical therapy. So I hope you guys have a great day. Be safe. Try not to do anything dumb. I do enough of that as it is. But I'll talk with you later. Hey guys, it's what, almost 10 o'clock. I came to the grocery store to pick up a couple things. One of my, I'd say it's newer. So one of my newer things is when I go in the grocery store, the door I go in is always produce. So you get your produce. And if you want to cut back on sugar, carbs, all the stuff that isn't all that great for you, all the processed food, my new trick is don't go down the aisles. Plain and simple. You go in through the produce. Most of the time, that's where I stop. I just get my produce and then I, leave out. Occasionally when I need chicken, you go produce and then, that aisle, and then you go back and around. You got your chicken in the back, and then just walk back through the produce. And then that way, you don't see stuff and think, oh, I really want that, just one won't, hurt anything and stuff like that. Especially if you go to the store hungry, which I do a lot. That's a bad habit too. Don't go grocery shopping hungry, because next thing you know, you're buying everything in the store because everything looks good to you. So that's like tip number 2. Today I got my produce, got it right here. So let's see. So yeah, I got celery, bell pepper, avocado, limes. I bought some individual like raw nuts, like I think I got some Brazilian, some filberts and stuff like that. Just little small amounts, I mean, there's probably about 15 per bag, so just small ones. Celery, and didn't even realize it because of my new thing of not going down aisles. I know that they have the bulletproof coffee, so you go to the coffee aisle and it's like 3 types of coffee. Well, today I checked out the chicken. I figured, okay, I'm gonna go down to their like deli and where they have the salad bar and stuff. And as I was walking through, I love bulletproof because you can't miss their packaging. It's orange and blue or a bluish aqua, but the packaging just stands out. And right there, like a little end cap, there's bulletproof stuff. There's the coffees, like a bunch of different types, ground, whole bean. They had like snack bars. They had little like the pre-made coffees where you just chill them and drink them. All types of stuff. And they have oh, get out of the bright light. My brain octane oil that I've been looking everywhere for. And I thought, oh, you can only get it online. They have it. Yay! So I went ahead and picked up a bottle. Usually it's like 26 bucks. They have it on sale for 20 bucks. So save $6, and that sale ends today. So it's like, all right, might as well scratch it out and get it, because pretty soon I'll be out of the other oil that I had to get from another place, to sort of deal with it. But now that I know they got it here, I can buy it from Whole Foods. Yay. Then I made the mistake. Of continuing on and going past the salad bar, which I thought, all right, it's morning time. They probably won't have anything out. Well, I was wrong. They had stuff out. And, I peeked around the guy to see what they had, and didn't realize they had breakfast stuff. So I'm like, all right, let's get something for breakfast. I tried to keep it as healthy as possible. Let's get that sucker in there. So we got scrambled eggs. The one had some cheese and bacon on it. And then I just got regular scrambled eggs. I threw some mushrooms on top. Got ham with some yellow pepper. And of course, bacon. Haven't had bacon in forever. And of course, I can't get small portions because I'm an idiot. And once I have the spoon in my hand, it's open season on this stuff. Don't know what to tell you, man. It's like a hunter, season opens up, there's deer, you shoot them. Well, salad bar opens up, it's got something that's somewhat healthy, and I'm hungry. It's open season. I'm gonna kill as much of it as I can, which doesn't help my wallet at all. I ain't gonna lie, this food trip that was supposed to be about $15 wasn't $15, because like I said, the oil was 20, which is basically getting it for when I'm gonna need it, and since I can save $6, get it now. And then the breakfast was, yeah, that breakfast was $10. That's stupid me. I can't help it. I go to a salad bar that, you know, and do up a salad, it ends up being $10. So, but yeah, and then just a bunch of vegetables and some nuts. It wasn't a cheap trip, but like I said, if it wasn't for the oil and the breakfast, it actually wouldn't have been too bad. The produce could last me 2 days, which is sad, I know. Oh, I also got my unsalted butter there because I'm getting low, so I figured I might as well pick that up. And of course, you know, they're fancy cows that it's made from. I mean, they're rich cows. They're fancy. They walk on red carpet and wear nothing but the best. So it's $4 for, you know, 2 sticks of butter. Unfortunately, that's the price you pay if you're trying to do certain diets and stuff like that. That's what you pay. So my money is sort of being geared toward my food intake, you know, in a healthier way to help aid me in my weight loss. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I weighed myself this morning, and like I said, I'm not gonna tell you what it is because that's off the gym scale, you know, not my personal scale, which is what I've been weighing myself off of. But I am really happy with the results if my personal scale ends up being the same weight. So I'm getting there slowly, but I just wanted to show you. And of course, you know, the paper bag got ripped because, you know, numbnuts me, I reached over to grab it and a couple things shifted. Next thing you know, it tears and goes everywhere. Then I'm trying to cut back on the amount of plastic bags I use to put the produce in. You know, I mean, we don't need extra plastic everywhere. So I stopped using those bags. I need to get a canvas bag or whatever they're made out of, one of them reusable bags, and get one for my personal truck and one for work truck. And that way when I go grocery shopping, I can use my bags instead of doing paper bags, or if I hit another store, plastic bags, and try to cut back, you know, try to go a little greener that way too. So, but that's where I'm at right now. I just wanted to quick show you. But I guess I will talk to you after physical therapy. All right. Have a good one. How's it going, guys? It's like almost 6:30. Basically, trying to remember what I did. That's sad. I had physical therapy. It was actually at 3:30 today. I got there a little late because I'm used to it being at 4. Did that, was fine. Back hurt a little bit, especially at the end. Had the heat pack put on it. And you're basically laying on your stomach. It tightened up a little bit, but we'll see how that is tomorrow. Right now I'm just waiting for people to go home so I can make myself something to eat. I've been, like the last week or so, I've been craving some Skittles real bad. I don't know why. I just have been. I got done with physical therapy and got out to my truck, and across the street was a gas station. I'm like, you know what? screw it, I'm gonna get some Skittles. And as I was putting my stuff in my truck, I realized that when I was at the store earlier, I'd bought some assorted nuts, just like pecans and Brazil and what was the other one? Oh, it's like right there, Filberts. I can't think of the other name for some weird reason. I just, they were plain raw, no salt or anything. I just bought a little bit of each. I totally forgot I had those. And at that point, I'm like, you know what? Don't need the Skittles. I'll eat these nuts. So those kind of saved me from eating candy and sugar that I don't need. So sweet. Other than that, there was running around, but it was just like little stupid stuff. I stopped back at my storage unit real quick, and then stopped at the post office. It showed that I had letters, but I guess they hadn't put them in my box yet. So at that point, came to the office. Talked with a couple of my I almost want to say employees. They're not my employees. Fellow coworkers. Got a phone call, which when you work for a business and you make a call and someone answers, says hello, and you say hello, and then I say okay, and who is this? And you say, is this Martin? And I say yes, and once again, who is this? And you say, I want to set up an appointment. Once again, who is this, or I'm hanging up. Usually when you work for a business and all that stuff, you say at least what the business is. In the end, it was a doctor's office to set up an appointment for my knee, for my first workers' comp that my attorney's been dealing with, and they finally realized that my attorney did pay them a year ago to get this, I forgot the technical name of it, but it's basically to get a permanency rating on my knee, to finalize it, say, yeah, there's nothing more we can do. This is the permanency rating and all that. And my attorney's been fighting with them for like a year, saying, look, we paid you. Here's our receipts and everything else. And they're like, oh, you didn't pay us. So that's set up for February 9th. Go in there. I'm sure he'll poke at my knee some, and if he mentions anything about another MRI or more physical therapy, I might just slap him across the face, because I'm not, like I said, this has been 3 years in the making, and it's not funny anymore. It's to the point where, if I don't do something, my attorney's about to kill somebody because they're tired of it. But so yeah, I had that. I did go to the laundromat. Basically just gym clothes, so kind of hard to air them out in your truck. So got those done, and not much else. That was pretty much it for the day. Tomorrow will be gym in the morning, and then I have to go out to a job site right after the gym, so around 8. Job site's like 15 minutes away from the gym, so, and then I'll be out there until 4 o'clock or so. So that's pretty much what tomorrow's going to be like. Actually, I'll be on that same job site all the rest of this week. So tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Thursday I'll have to leave out early to go to physical therapy, but I've been on a job site like twice, I think, and I already explained it to them, so they understand. But other than that, that's pretty much how my day was. So the video has been long enough with the other clips I put in here, so I will cut it off here, and hope you guys have a great night and get some good rest, and I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, you be you, because in the end, you are awesome. Thank you.